Hello, my miracles. It is another Coffee and Crime, episode 38. We're going to jump right into it. So grab your coffee and we're going to talk some crime. A few days ago, something happened in the Orlando area. It started out as a shoplifting incident and actually became a manhunt for one of the suspects. So what had happened was 4 people had come into an establishment and began shoving clothes and merchandise into duffel bags and stealing. The manager on duty called the police, and 3 of the people were detained, but the 4th one took off. His name is Jared Vasquez, and he's 19 years old. What the people in this store didn't know was that Jared had a loaded weapon. While the managers on duty were outside speaking with the police, Jared took off and came back and began shooting at the officers and the managers on duty. Of course, this shook up these people, and I know these people personally, so it did affect me. Within 8 hours, they finally, while exchanging gunfire, took Jared into custody. And this was around 9:30 p.m. I was in this establishment for about 5 to 6 hours with everyone. Basically, we were all hunkered down and trying to come to grips with what was happening. I've never been face to face with a crime, and I started out doing this series because I've always been intrigued and fascinated with how the mind works in each individual and why we do the things that we do. But being involved in this really has opened my eyes. When a lot of society watches movies or looks at these crimes, we become numb to this and think, oh, this is never going to happen to me or any of our loved ones. But when it does happen, it does shake you to your core. I watched the people around me that I cared about handle this situation differently. One was very calm and very intelligent about what they were going to do. One was shaking, one was crying, one was mad. I felt a mixture of emotions with what was going on. The 3 shoplifters that were detained, they were sitting outside while many counties of police officers were on the hunt for this 19-year-old person. And these 3 shoplifters looked like this incident didn't affect them whatsoever. And that really shocked me. I've always been very law-abiding and very nervous about being pulled over, but they were sitting there just almost bothered by this incident. And this makes me want to continue to figure out what makes people tick. Why do they do the things that they do? This 19-year-old young man shot a bystander. This bystander was doing nothing, and he just shot at him. Thankfully, he is arrested and in custody. But what shocks me is that you don't know what can happen. Walking into a restaurant, a store, something like this can happen, and it does happen every single day. And I've never been, I guess, confronted by that until a couple days ago. Thankfully, everyone is doing well. A little shook up, but it's amazing how something like this can happen in an instant. I hope that you enjoyed this coffee and crime. If you did, and you would like to become a miracle, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another Remains video.